Recent trends of operating systems. So I have done a PPT presentation about recent trends of operating systems. Myself Chandni, 790312. So I have done a PPT present about how the recent trends have evolved in operating systems. So coming to the abstract, in this we'll consider that like recent trends of operating systems like how OS is used and how its applicability and high performance of computing those systems. Here will compute about the relation between lightweight kernels, hypervisors, microkernels, modular kernels and approaches and building systems and how it works, Linux and large scale parallel systems like with support of lightweight OS and full featured OS, etc. So introduction. So coming to the introduction part, we know that in the current environment, like companies are developing like whole large systems which is full featured operating systems with application scalability. So these can adapt to lightweight operating systems which does not support the application community for both full featured and operating systems of lightweight operating systems. So for an approach, we'll enable to believe that lightweight or full featured operating systems. So we can approach and advocate transforming the lightweight operating systems like Catamount with XT3, which is virtualization. These all comes under lightweight operating systems, like examine the benefits of Linux provides. So totally we are going to see the difference between, like we have seen in the abstract, like Linux lightweight kernels, hypervisors, microkernels. So recent ones, how they have been used and what is the importance and what are those, and we are going to see in these things. Like microkernels. First, coming to the microkernels, this microkernels was very popularized in the developing of March in 1985. And this graphical interpretation of microkernel. So the microkernel provides the features needed for traditionally to be the part of operating systems. So it makes the direct calls of operating systems and applications that sends the services, because of microkernels only implement the minimal set of required services. So coming to this, we can see that microkernel hardware and server 1, server 2 and app hypervisors. So hypervisors are shown like full featured operating systems like developed with an explicit goal of running featured of mission with a specific hardware. So this does not require the modification of full featured operating systems like API is idealized in the virtual mission. So these operating systems are run on this type of hypervisors must be modified to use the API provided by the hypervisor. So coming to this part, para virtualization, the CPU is not usually emulated. The applications of operating systems must be compiled and used by the hypervisors, and the MMU, like memory management unit, controls the memory accesses and is accesses other devices. So this complexity can be regulated to full featured operating systems like Linux already has drivers of wide range of devices. So this XN software architecture, so we can see like hypervisor, hardware, app and domain 1, domain 2, like domain according to M domains. So lightweight kernels. So lightweight kernels is available like IBM Blue Gen. So lightweight kernels compute nodes. These are based on partition system to support the different functional needs. So this partition allows for specialization and different types of nodes. They have different types of hardware and we run through different software stacks. For example, both XT3 and BlueGen or Linux nodes, but they have run lightweight kernels of compute nodes. So this lightweight nodes compute provided the minimal environment like I/O operations. So this is forwarded to an I/O. The strategy is very similar to microkernel approach to running a full featured operating systems in the user space. So the BlueGen software architecture we have seen before. So I/O node or Linux, app, CNX, hardware, and the same way processing I/O node and the same app, CNX, hardware. So this Catamount software architecture, in this the addressing space of interprocessors, so it's needed to support application like TCT application 1, application 2 through N applications like hardware like I/O nodes like Linux. So coming to the Linux, so in the recent years, Linux has merged the platform of choice for developing the parallel scientific operations. From the perspective of this means the library developers can reach a large percent and Linux provides a very large collection of devices. So I think so from 1.4 to 2.6 lines of code. So 2.4 kernels or devices of drivers in operating systems. So it's not too much of an extragation to say that Linux runs about any platform you might want to use. So in the network design, the structure is shown. So like hourglass or structure or narrows at the base, etc. And Linux services, we can see IPO, applications and all those things. And Linux commands. So this commands we have implemented in a lab also, like Linux commands. This narrows implementations of a variety of platforms. Like it defines a common platform that can be used, implemented additionally functionally, because these are typical based on the specialization or mismatch between the hardware and specification. These are likely to unique the system being developed and significant to solutions encoded. And in the contrast, open in the Linux, and these applications may benefit for availability and networking protocols also. And HPC services diagram, like Linux, IBO devices, and what are the platforms used. And Linux on Catamount. So given the richness of Linux software ecosystem, running Linux of compute nodes of large scale system is clear benefits, and the second cost associated with supporting two operating systems on some platform may make this approach infeasible. So, according to this, the second problem coming to Linux on Catamount, economic feasibility of supporting two operation systems like more significant, and unless two operating systems share a common level code base, they will be not to be carry over the one system to other requiring independent. So Linux on Catamount, we can see application 1, application 2, and Xenon Linux and Xenon hardware. Mechanism used in Catamount, like protocols, interrupts quantum network, protocols quit quantum illegal instructions and applications. And hypercall use set of callbacks, establish normal and fast safe event handlers, sieged up new one or field black shutdown, etc. This inter-domain event channel management, day of BIOS replacement. So, this during an attempt, the modified MMU register would be forwarded to PCT, which can be handled in appropriate manner. A more realistic approach on running Linux on Catamount. So, coming to this, we can see the diagram like hardware, Linux app, etc. And coming to the conclusion, we have advocated using Catamount of virtualization layer like systems. They can be accomplished like minimum changes to QK extensions to the PCT using the virtualization layer application developments, because there are minimal changes of QK. Application developers who do not need this functionality should not experience any limitations like application scalability. So all software evolves over time, and Linux had a particular rapid rate of change over its relatively short history by emulating the X and hypercall according to OS. So our approach is to track the features to use all those things, and these are the systems which are used in the OS of recent trends of operating systems. So thank you.